feel on us here as we noticed that we were no longer going out, so we had to scramble to do some fixing of that. And while we were away, the Moose have rattled off to a 21-7 lead here, so we'll pick up the action. And a nice finish. Free throws coming up here.
Fouls on Jessica St. Amant, her first team first, basket good. Jordan Maxwell on the line for one.
So the Moose, Nate, while we were away, have been shooting very well here tonight. Good balance in the scoring, and hopefully that will continue for them. So they're up 21-9, 11:44 left here. Here comes Jamie. Jamie holds it. Kemp's going to be set for one, and that's going to hit the outside of the net. So when we last left you, we were letting you know that they had listed Steve Rich as the coach for the women's team. It was the men's team. So we thank Mike for that. That was Maxwell, Jordan Maxwell out of Lee, Maine. She's a sophomore, hit the three.
Yeah, we saw her here last year, and she's not shy to go ahead and chuck the ball up, even a couple steps behind the three-point line. So, and she's a great shooter.
Maxwell with the rebound here. She'll bring it down. Held outside. This is Chambers, got cut off. Now she comes and goes up, and she gets, they're going to call a held ball, so it'll be possession arrow for the Golden Eagles. 21-12, 10:52. As we've rejoined you here. That's a way long three. That one didn't get down for Chambers. Comes Cora. Corey's got some mean sneaks going there.
She's very easy to find the court.
Boy, that's what I need. I need kids with complete fluorescence. That was Bragg with the pop. (23-12). Moose off to big potential first half here as we look at it, Nate. 23 points halfway through the quarter. Comes back outside. They'll swing it to Plummer. She had a look, but now she's going to hold it up. Jamie with a nice spin move.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Well, and here's the thing, UMA's seen so much 2-3 zone this year, and they've picked them all apart, and they're doing a really good job. It's hard to match up against them because Plummer gives you a lot of height down underneath, and in this conference right now, we haven't really found anybody that could compare to her down on the box, and she's so good at handling the ball and being able to get the ball up at the top of the key and dribble drive. And she opens up a lot of lanes in offense for the rest of her teammates. And on top of that, the guards for UMA this year are great. They're good shooters, they're fast, they're quick, and they're good at defending.
That was a beautiful entry pass that time. Jamie couldn't get it home, but a beautiful bounce entry pass. I know how much you like that bounce pass. Yeah. That was perfect. Second chance opportunity. Moore gets over a Plummer. Jamie goes, gets cut off. Yeah, it was a nice finish by Bragg.
We'll see a lot tonight that 2-3 zone eventually gets spread out. And what I mean by that is because of the shooting of UMA's perimeter is so good that the 2-3 zone's got to come out and try and contest those shots. So it gives Plummer the lanes underneath to be able to cut and move around and work the triangles.
So we got timeout on the floor. We'll take the timeout. We'll come back. More after this.
Our goal here at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to raise your program or group the most amount of money possible in the shortest amount of time, hassle-free.
Over the last 3 years, we've been able to raise over $10,000 every year, which has really allowed us to get the extra stuff the kids really need to run a successful program.
One of our biggest goals at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to really develop a relationship on the ground with the coaches, the community, and the boosters that are involved, and help bring them together and understand how important it is to fundraise.
Great balanced scoring here so far for the Moose. They lead this one 27-12. As we said, records coming in. Eastern Maine Community College, 6'5 overall, 4-2 in the league. University of Maine Moose women, they're 7-4 overall, 2-1 in the league. So we think we're back to it, and replace that faulty cable. And sometimes you just never know in this business. You get off, you get going, next thing you know, you get shut down, and you got to do some scrambling and try to make things work okay. So, and when we go off the air, we're not only the broadcasters, we're the technical crew. So there's only three of us, Nate, Brittany, and I, and that's it. So you should see us scramble when things don't work up here because...
well, I have to say, in that one, that was pretty calm, cool, and collected during that whole process.
Yeah, we troubleshot pretty well, yeah. I'm trying to learn. Nate's trying to teach me to be calm. That's a nice drive and finish by Bree Linscott.
Maxwell for 2.
Oh, they say Maxwell. I had 12, but those numbers are a little hard for the old guy to see. We were down close last night, Nate, like I said. Boy, that was nice being so close down there at Southern Maine Community College. We could really see well and see the numbers, and I was exhausted watching those kids go up and down the floor from Pine Manor yesterday. If you didn't see that game, go back and watch a replay. Bomb outside. Coro.
And there's a perfect example of what I was talking about there. Perimeter shooting is so much better this year. Shooting at a really high percentage, and that just way down.
That was out on 95. Here comes Carmen. Tricky dribbles inside, goes in, get hit. Yeah, it didn't take long for the word to spread. I saw the officials coming in. I saw Dougie Bird, and I said, Doug, good thing you weren't down there last night. Holy cow, Doug's a little bit, he's about a little younger than me. So he said, yeah. He said, I heard.
Yeah, those guys like to get up and down the court.
Checking here for the Golden Eagles now in the game is Bree Linscott. I'd given Bree a basket before, and so she comes in the game already with 2 points. No, not really. I misidentified earlier. It was Maxwell got credit for the basket. 31-14. 7:45 left here. Maxwell got Jessica to slip a little bit. Might be a little wet out there. Good backdoor cut. And Jamie comes over and says, no, not going to happen. Not on my watch. Coro. Kemp got it inside, and it came over to Jamie. Nice crash. Well done. Coral's got a set outside. No, won't go. Jamie, no. 3 for quarter. Yes. 33-14. Going to have some of the folks that are helping out around the program, managers and whatnot. I know as a former coach how important those are. I'll have a couple of those folks on at halftime, and they're veterans as well. Jamie with a rejection. She's got 3, I think, that we've seen, and maybe one while we're off the air. Here comes Kylie. Kylie left-handed, put up and down, pretty. Kylie Kemp with a nice finish.
Yeah, UMA just doing such a good job right now defensively, going ahead and 1, blocking shots with Jamie, and 2, just being able to convert turnovers into points.
Foul's not an issue. 2 each. Jamie with a nice defense and board. Swung over the left side. This is Kemp. Kylie looks, skips it. Coro now looks inside, but now outside the perimeter. Bragg. Coro's got one set up. Rings it out. Plummer comes out of nowhere for the rebound. She goes out the three-point line. They didn't cover her. She might take that one, and she will. And she'll hit it.
EMCC right now looks like they're a little heavy-legged, not really doing a good job of being able to extend out, and as the ball's rotating around the top of the key, not really getting out to contest those open threes. And on the flip side, as the ball's going up, they're really not crashing down on the board, so UMA is doing a really good job of taking advantage of those opportunities.
Yeah, there's a huge disparity in rebounds, no question about it. The Moose have controlled the boards. We'll have some of the Lawrence youth basketball out here at halftime. We'll set it up so that you'll be able to see the kids out around the floor. We're not going to cover it or anything else like that because we don't have numbers or names or anything else like that. So you'll see them playing in the background. We'll do our interview and then we'll leave it up for everybody to see that. So you know of any of the kids' parents that are at home, let them know. That was a nice little move, but getting herself open as Maxwell wasn't able to do anything with it. Here comes Kylie. Kylie Almost got it to ring down, but no. That one rolled off, and Chambers has got it.
Colin Maxwell with the push off there.
Yeah, pushed off on the arm. Seen that call. That's a point of emphasis this year. We've seen that called a lot. So the Moose at 38 with still 5 minutes left in this half.
Yeah.
They're on their way to a 90-point game. And it's not because, it's not that they're getting, pressure and turnovers and things of that sort. They've just been shooting lights out. They've been making all these offensive possessions count for themselves here tonight so far.
Well, and they're doing a good job. We always talk about it, how the Lady UMA Moose do such a good job at second chance opportunities and offensive rebounds. But they're smart about it. When they rebound the ball, they don't, if they're packed in underneath, they don't necessarily go right up and try and make a bad shot.
Right.
They'll bring it back outside and kind of reset the offense. It's really smart because it gives you a fresh clock, and it spreads the defense. They have to come out and play that ball. So I really like what they've done this season in comparing to the last couple seasons that we've been doing their games. Fundamentally, this team is far beyond some of the teams that we saw previously.
Yeah, I think you've got shooters. You mentioned it earlier. You can't leave anybody alone because they can do things, to you pretty well. So it's hard to concentrate on just any one of them. Comes into Jamie, nice little backdoor pass to Harrington. Harrington's up, no, rims off. Kemp is feisty.
She's so good on the backside to come down and get, either get the rebound or defend the person who does get the steal there. She does a good job.
Moose woman and man. Chambers out front. Kemp shuts her off. Pop was long by James. Carmen Bragg, right side it goes. Kemp tried to get it into Harrington. Now it goes to Plummer. Plummer to Harrington. Richmond to Richmond. Back outside to Jamie. Jamie's got a set up there, and she's got it home for 3.
Jamie Plummer for 3.
Well, Jamie started the season a little slowly, had that Mount of Mono. Mono wasn't feeling very well, and boy, last couple of weeks she has really, really smoothed into the game, and she's been lights out here tonight and playing very, very well. You can see why she was National Player of the Week one week, and she had the 31-point game, a game we did earlier here this year, and that's 4 or 5 blocks already, and playing both sides of the floor great. Kemp just too quick. Oh, they're going to call her on the offensive. So foul's not an issue, and so this is moving very quickly. 3 fouls on the Golden Eagles and 3 on the Moose. So
you see Kemp here get the ball lower shoulder a little bit, and that's what draws a foul.
Institute and replay, let us know how you like the replay. We're trying to get a flow so that we can work it in a little bit more. And, Nate's got a lot to do over there. And if you don't know our setup, Nate's running the computer program that sends it out, and he's running the replays, and he's doing the scoreboard. So I only pay him for one thing. That's a pretty left-handed put up and down. 41-16. Entry comes into Harrington. She got it off the glass, but a little steep angle. It'll stay Moose basketball.
Yeah, she kind of clicked that ball below the box, which is always going to give you a tough shot off the glass. Usually that's a baseline put up right to the rim.
Frederick Rock got a second chance opportunity. No. Harrington's in there. Somebody will come down with it finally. With a blue shirt, and it's James. 2 Chambers. Chambers has Kemp on her. Going to get a foul on Frederick Rock.
Fouls on number 31, Frederick Rock, her first, team 4. James on the line for 2.
James will get 2 at the line. First one's good. Women a little more rested than the men. They had to contend with the Motor and Gators last night. That's why they changed their name to the Motor and Gators. They were up and down the floor of Pine Manor. First-year program game we had here on Muncie Media. We were very impressed with Pine Manor. The Moosemen hung with them for a good stretch of it, but too much motoring. That was Bragg again. Bragg's having a good first half as well.
You know what's interesting about the game last night is Pine Manor ran into a couple scenarios where they turned the ball over in their frantic pace, but it didn't stop them from continuing just to push through that.
Yeah.
And it really, once they got their flow figured out amongst the team, offensively, defensively, it was just all speed from that point on.
Morgan Card on the line for 2.
So Carr to get a second one, Card out of Ellsworth. Can you call multiple travel? I mean, both players were traveling. They walked that ball right down the floor, didn't they? I mean, that was kind of. I guess I don't know. I'm going to ask Doug Burden that. I've got a question for Doug. I mean, who would you call it on? That's a good one.
I don't know if
but you saw that.
Them had the possession. We'll see if we can get that. Here, we'll check it out right here.
Yeah, take a look at that.
They get the rebound, kind of juggling it.
I mean, this. Right? Am I?
No, I think you are right.
I don't think I've ever seen that. So like one of those inquiring minds want to know. If you're a fan of UMA Moose basketball, you want to follow them on Twitter. I think it's Warren Newton, the birthday boy yesterday, is tweeting up a storm. I think he got a new phone for his birthday or something. I mean, he is a...
I can see in his hand right now.
Yeah, he's a tweet and fool down there. He's almost doing a play-by-play as Warren on this. It's amazing. I follow him on Twitter. I was just taking a peek at it, and he's going crazy on the tweets. I was hoping he was going to tell me who high scorer was and things like that. That's what we need. We need people to send us that stuff, because as we told you with our setup, we can't keep stats. That was Frederick Rock with the rebound.
1 minute to play in the half.
Minute to play in the half. Commanding lead. Frederick Rock with the rebound. That's Erica Frederick Rock. I'm not calling her Frederick for her first name. Just want to be clear with that. It's Erica. Probably most of you figured that out. Probably didn't need to explain that. Got a tussle. Possession.
Jump ball, blue.
Will go to blue. You can tell those of us that are a certain age, we still call those jump balls, Nate.
Yeah, I mean, I think the terminology is kind of continued as they've kind of tried to phase it out. I don't think it ever will. I think it's still going to be considered a jump ball, although they no longer actually jump for the ball. They do in the NBA, though, however.
I will tell you that when I coached middle school basketball at one time, that was still in effect there, and you would have 30 to 40 jump balls in a game.
Is that why they did away with the actual jump process of that?
I think so. This will count if it goes, and it won't, but we'll finish a very productive first half for the Moose. You see, on the scoreboard, the Moose 45, the Golden Eagles 19. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Halftime here from the Augusta Civic Center. We come back after this.
Our goal here at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to raise your program or group the most amount of money possible in the shortest amount of time, hassle-free.
Over the last 3 years, we've been able to raise over $10,000 every year, which has really allowed us to get the extra stuff the kids really need to run a successful program.
One of our biggest goals at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to really develop a relationship on the ground with the coaches, the community, and the boosters that are involved, and help bring them together and understand how important it is to fundraise.
I didn't really think about going to college after high school. I didn't really know what I was going to do. I worked for a marine construction company, long hours away from home. I just wasn't working with raising my son. UMA offered what I needed. Great professors, a terrific price, and a learning center close to my home. I even played on UMA's basketball team. When I graduated, I got a job right away as a medical lab technician. UMA really helped me achieve my goals in life and in my career. I love UMA. I'm really proud, and so is my son.
We are a UMA family.
The UMA is really affordable, really convenient. The sites are, I mean, everywhere. There was one up the street when we lived up in Norway, and there were people to talk to. There was help when you needed it, and you could also do it from home.
With the online classes and the ability to watch lectures via ITV over the internet, we were really able to fit school into our schedule. We are both UMA grads.
We're both UMA grads.
Stay close.
Go far.
A lot of people who go to UMA are people like myself who are going back to school later in life. We have jobs, kids, mortgages, bills. UMA provides an environment for people like me to thrive. I was able to apply what I learned at UMA immediately. My boss took notice of what I was doing at UMA and gave me more opportunities. You start achieving, and it feels good. The staff at UMA, their involvement with you doesn't stop when they hand you a diploma. They're still there providing guidance and mentorship, and that's really, really special.
So we're down here for our halftime interview and joined by some of the men's team here, and I've got Rob, Aaron, Taylor, and these guys are all veterans. I'm a senior citizen, so that puts me in pretty good company here down here with these veterans, Aaron. But you guys have served our country. We thank you for your service, all of you. Now you're back into school. Tell me a little bit about how welcoming UMA is for that, because they're kind of known for that, I think, Aaron.
Yes, as soon as I came over, it was pretty easy to transfer into school from where I was going. So they accepted me real quick. I was able to get in school and get transferred in. So it's pretty quick and easy.
Taylor, what branch were you in, and what brings you up here to UMA?
I was actually in the Army, and I just came back to school because I'm looking to do some broadcasting and mass communications up at UMO in their program, and they had the perfect checklist down here, so I decided to come to UMA, and great atmosphere, very welcoming.
Well, we're always looking for interns with Muncie Media, so you should look us up. I mean, we'll be here for the tournaments, and if you have some time here, I mean, I'm serious about that. Then, that'd be.
I don't know if you know my brother Jeff. He does the broadcast.
Yeah, I do. I do know Jeff. I've worked. I don't know that. I think I've done a hockey game with Jeff. Well, all of us do a lot of the same things. Yeah, so I know Jeff's been doing a lot of hockey.
Do the same thing he's doing, so.
That's awesome. Yep. That's awesome. Let's get to Robert a little bit, and I'm going to step up in front of you, Aaron. I'm sorry. But, Robert, what branch were you in, and what are you majoring here in UMA?
I was in the Army. I'm majoring in art. I'm hoping to be like a graphic designer. I'd love to work for Disney or Pixar animation. So that's what I'm hoping I could get to.
And how far along are you in your degree program?
I've got about 2 more years left to go. So I'm going pretty good.
I've got to ask you guys, because we've been talking about it last night. I know you play a lot of different teams. Have you seen a team like Pine Manor?
Not since I was in high school. A lot of speed. Haven't seen that in a while.
I mean, I was feeling bad for the officials. I mean, I thought they were going to have to send the paddles out for those guys. Pine Manor could really get up and down the floor.
Yeah, they were definitely a fast team, and they were upbeat, and they could definitely keep up the pace. So.
Well, we want to wish you guys continued success in your schooling and exams coming up. It's been a very busy time. You guys must be a little gassed, both mentally and physically here, and you'll have some time over the break to relax and kick back, and then we'll pick you guys back up on the February part of the schedule. We enjoy doing these games. Thanks. Continued success. So we'll take a quick break here. We'll come back. We'll show you the young kids running around down on the court, and we'll come back for the second half of the women's game after this.
I was stagnating in my job. I wanted to study computer science. I looked at other programs, both online and in the state. UMA was very affordable, fit my budget, fit my schedule. It's really geared towards a working person. The support was just amazing. I once emailed a professor on a Saturday night, and she called me back on a Sunday morning. That's UMA. I found what I really wanted for a career. I never would have done it without UMA. I am a very happy geek.
People who go to UMA are people like myself who are going back to school later in life. We have jobs, kids, mortgages, bills. UMA provides an environment for people like me to thrive. I was able to apply what I learned at UMA immediately. My boss took notice of what I was doing at UMA and gave me more opportunities. You start achieving, and it feels good. The staff at UMA, their involvement with you doesn't stop when they hand you a diploma. They're still there providing guidance and mentorship, and that's really, really special. A lot.
So, Nate Munzing, set to rejoin you here for the call of this one. Want to congratulate the Lawrence 5th and 6th grade girls youth basketball teams. They were on at halftime. You saw them. I really like, and you mentioned it too, Nate, how the Moose here support some of the youth teams, have them come in, play on the floor. Quite a treat for the kids, and nice thing to do. Thank the veterans from the men's team, Robert, Taylor, and Aaron, for coming on with us at halftime. Moose in control. They're going, if you just joined us, they're in their home white, now moving right to left on your computer screen, or TV screen if you hook your computer up to the big screen. Good ball movement. Jessica St. Amand got the shot off and boxed around. Second chance opportunity, didn't get down. For Monique Moore.
Yeah, UMA doing a really nice job on the perimeter there. They have about 4 to 3 players always up on the perimeter to be able to move the ball from one side to the other, and they do a really good job by having that many people up there to be able to pass around the 2 defenders that are in that 2-3 zone at the top.
Tipped away by Plummer. She's going to get called on a push in the back, I believe. So some of the stats that Warren Newton has tweeted out here at the half. Bragg has 12 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. Good half in anybody's way. Leading the way, of course, for the Lady Moose, Jamie Plummer. 20 points, 9 rebounds, 5 blocks.
Wow. She's on her way. Double-double. Got to find out how many rebounds she has because she might already have it.
Yeah, she might. Yeah. Well, she's got 9 rebounds, so I think she's got it.
She may end up with the old triple-double.
Yeah. Well, that was a nice finish that time by Morgan Card. She's out of Ellsworth. Carmen Bragg couldn't get it down. Kylie Kemp's got second chance opportunity. Nobody comes on her, so Kylie launches. Went off of Moore. Little bump. They let it go. No advantage gained. Little urgency now to the Golden Eagles, but they couldn't cash in on that one. Maxwell came down the right side.
And that rebound will give the double-double to Plummer.
Knocked out of bounds. It stays Moose basketball. As we said, Jamie with a 31-point effort here in a game we did earlier on Munzing Media. Oh, that was a nicely run play. Carmen Bragg came off the double screen and popped it home. 49-21. St. Amad's a good defender. Jessica decided was going to let it go out of bounds, decided to keep it. Jamie ahead of the pack. Jamie, stop, hesitates, puts it home. Well, they've had no answer, but that's nothing to be ashamed of if you're the Golden Eagles. Not too many teams have had an answer so far for Jamie.
No, I mean, I think a lot of the coaches' schemes have been, let's go ahead and try and put an extra defender in there with a 2-3 zone. But, again, it's the exterior, the outer perimeter play by the guards for UMA that really set everything up on the interior for Plummer, because they do a good job of rotating the ball around, which is going to shift any kind of zone. And it gives her lanes underneath to be able to get the ball and be able to go to the basket and then to rebound on the backside if there's a shot that goes up. So really kudos to the entire team from UMA standpoint and how to defeat the 2-3 zone.
Yeah, not a lot of dribbling. You know, it drives coaches crazy to see dribbling against the zone. The way to beat a zone is to make it move and make it run and make it rotate, and then get them chasing around the perimeter. And then you'll, as you said, you'll get Jamie on some flash cuts and things of that sort and get her loosened up. And, of course, the nice balance outside and the shooting is something right here. You take a look, they come down, they've got good floor balance right out of the get-go, and that starts you off in a pretty good shape. rotate all around. There's the penetration. Second chance opportunity. Kemp got it from Monique. Put it up, out of bounds. We got a foul call by Doug Burden. Corey Cora now in. Good chance to talk to Corey the other day. She came up and shared how her adjustment has been here to college basketball. There's another block. That's 6 blocks now for Plum, and she gets the fast break going. Moved quickly. St. Amand's got it. Jessica penetrates, looks for help, kicks it back outside. Nice play by Bragg.
Yeah.
But just being there in person was enough of a defense by Plummer. Comes Kemp. Jamie right side pulls it back out. Tried to throw it across, and it was picked up on the Hunt is card. No, follow, out of bounds, I think, or foul call. Foul call. Another game's going on around the state. Michael Montno is reporting that SMCC is 18, Southern Maine Community College 10. 9 minutes left in the first half. That's a key game. Key matchup down there between those two teams. Those two are true rivals in this league, that's for sure. St. Amand. Plummer comes over. She's behind the three-point line. Good rebound that time. Golden Eagles will possess and move into the front court. Card got it back outside. Pulled out. Jordan Maxwell goes to work on St. Amand. Maxwell out high, pops, rims. No. St. Amand's got it. She got bumped. They let it go. Plummer's got to pull up her dribble, needs some help. Tried to thread the needle. Didn't get in, but somehow it found its way to Bragg. Offense by accident. So Carmen having a great one here tonight. 53 points, 14 minutes, and 19 seconds left here in the second half. Have to take a look at the stats for the season. Sometime we get a timeout. We'll take a look and see what the high total is for the Moose this year, Nate. But got to think that they're on their way potentially to it.
Yeah, they've been executing very well today on both sides. Down the defensive side, be able to stop the ball and only allow one-shot opportunities for EMCC, and then being able to play a little bit transition, like I said before, against the 2-3 zone, doing a really nice job moving the ball up at the top of the key, down to the corners, and they've hit several threes tonight. More than just several. They've been really kind of on fire from the three-point line.
Back to a cut by Coro, nicely executed. Jamie's got the rebound. She draws a crowd, and we're going to get a possession now, and it's going to favor the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, the UMA really kind of taking advantage of that lone defender down on the wing of the 3 spot, being able to get the offensive ball on the 3-point line, and the base player going ahead and just kind of run down the baseline and going to the 3-point line. So basically that one defender is going to guard 2 people, so they have an open shot and they can do kind of what they want to. So a really good scheme by Coach Laney to be able to get good shots up against the zone in the corner.
Travel called against the Golden Eagles. Turns the ball over. Moose in control. Held outside by Kemp.
Oh, nice job there.
Jamie right down the rumble strip for 2. Good assist by Coral. And it looks like we're going to get that timeout. So Timeout on the floor. We'll take the timeout. We'll come back. More basketball after this.
Our goal here at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to raise your program or group the most amount of money possible in the shortest amount of time, hassle-free.
Over the last 3 years, we've been able to raise over $10,000 every year, which has really allowed us to get the extra stuff the kids really need to run a successful program.
One of our biggest goals at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to really develop a relationship on the ground with the coaches, the community, and the boosters that are involved, and help bring them together and understand how important it is to fundraise.
I had gone to 3 other colleges. I got talked into giving one more place a shot, and that place happened to be UMA. The credits from my 3 other schools transferred in really easily, and I didn't have to start all over again. Being able to do my degree at night and on the weekends and when I had the spare time, that was really important to me. And UMA gave me the ability to have my life and my degree. UMA is responsible for where I am today. I just finished law school, passed the bar exam, and now I'm going to be a lawyer.
So back here, take a look at the last 3 games that the Moose have played. 2 out of those 3 games are in the 80s. They scored 88 against Unity in a win on December 2nd. And the game that we did against Presque Isle, they had 80 points in that win, sandwiched between a loss at Bates in a non-league game that they were very competitive in, lost at 80-66. So here they're at 55 and counting. So a chance to hit 80 again for the 3rd time out of 4 games. You score 80 points in a basketball game, you're going to win. Unless you play Pine Manor. You got to score 100, 112, 120. You can tell we're kind of impressed with them. So with the kids we talked to at halftime. They got to go down there and play them again. The women are going to play the women's team. I guess they're equally as good. So that'll be a good test. Hey, you should get tested in your non-league games. It just makes you more competitive. Yeah, it makes you more competitive in the league. Good pop outside. That gets down, makes it 23. That was Chambers. Bobby Lynn is out of Dexter. Kemp gets it back. Jamie. They looked to get it back inside, but they collapsed on Jamie. That one up by Frederick Rock. No, rebound. Jamie's got it.
Yeah, Kylie Kemp again on the backside, being able to get that rebound and get it down to Plummer on the baseline.
Pop on the outside, off the back of the iron. Good follow. A little hard on the putback by Card. She's got it again. They'll get it back outside. Stop popping home. That was knocked down by Jordan Maxwell. She's out of Lee, another hotbed of basketball. Good luck. Frederick Rock kept it in. Nice hustle. Plummer's got it back outside. Popping a 3. Up and down by Carmen Bragg. Boy, Carmen's having a game. I'm waiting for Warren to tweet out what her numbers are. We'll give them to you. Good swoop rebound by Carmen. They're off to the races. Jamie's got it. She's going to pull it back outside. Going to get it for steps, says.
Yeah, she kind of dragged that
Carmen
back
dragged that back foot, yeah. Morgan Harrington out of Richmond in the game for the Moose. 59-25. 10:30 left. No foul situation here. My guess is there won't be.
No. You know, almost in like football, it'll be a running clock kind of deal here as we move forward.
Kylie Kemp for 2.
Kylie Kemp with the steal in the lane.
61-25. Coach Laney's got some troopers coming to the scorer's table. So we'll see some fresh bodies in the game. That was a pretty take that time by Maxwell.
Jordan Maxwell for 2.
Jamie dumps it inside. Comes back outside.
And just how quick they got that ball over to the opposite side for this land. Oh,
jinxed it.
Yep,
but that was
quick too soon.
Three if it goes, no. Long rebound. Plummer's got it. She got hassled on the floor, no shots. Only the 14th foul, 9:24 left here. You see it. Stay with us. We'll be shutting down, and we'll bring it up clean for the men's game. We'll get the check-ins here. Kristen Kemp in the game now. She's number 30. Coro goes. Tried to get to Harrington. Couldn't get it. And knocked out of bounds. It'll be white basketball, says Mr. Parkhurst. Send him on in. Corey Coro. Now left side. Monique Moore. Off the shot clock. Goes the ball. It's the only mention of the shot clock we've had. So this is another quick substitution back in.
Yeah, I think Coach Linney, you want to pull that group to kind of go over their scheme against that zone down the corner and
That's
just coach them up on it. Yeah,
they're coaching them up, and Laurie Fricker and Corey Harris and the assistants, the two assistants, always key at working with those kids to make sure that they understand their space and what they're trying to do. And you'll see those kids back in very shortly, which is a good thing. You don't want to put the kids in and have them stumble and bumble. Nice touch pass inside.
Ugh. Been good finish there, too. Tough shot.
Frederick Rock got a nice location on the blocks, just couldn't quite get it down. Out of bounds off Rachel Cutler. So we take a look at these two teams. I'm just looking at the program. Both of these teams, University of Maine at Augusta Moose and the Eastern Maine Community College Golden Eagles, every single kid's a Maine kid. And that's one of the values of these programs. It gives the Maine kids a chance to have a place where they can get a really solid education and still play a competitive brand of basketball. And that's why this league is so important, and you're giving Maine kids a chance to get out there and compete.
Yeah, and not only that, the veteran approach too, to be able to get guys or women that have been served in our military come back home and be able to give them a college education. And still compete, you know.
Jamie Plummer is always unselfish, looking to set up her teammates. She understands the situation here. Pop home for Cutler. So we're going to get a timeout. We'll take the timeout. We'll come back. 7:15 left when we come back here on Muncie Media.
Our goal here at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to raise your program or group the most amount of money possible in the shortest amount of time, hassle-free.
Over the last 3 years, we've been able to raise over $10,000 every year, which has really allowed us to get the extra stuff the kids really need to run a successful program.
One of our biggest goals at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to really develop a relationship on the ground with the coaches, the community, and the boosters that are involved, and help bring them together and understand how important it is to fundraise.
So we're back. 7:15 left here. Stay with us for the second game of the night. That'll come up at approximately 7:30. That may be a little early to start that one, Nate, as it doesn't look like this one will go into any type of, I was going to say overtime, but one-on-one situations that sometimes can extend the game. So this will be over pretty quick. We'll let you know what Muncie Media has for the weekend. We've been pretty busy here with 5 UMA games this week, haven't we, Nate? Nice finish that time inside.
Yep.
That was Kemp inside, Kristen Kemp.
We had 2 on Monday and then 1 last night, and
Yep.
we'll have 2 tonight.
Yep, so five Moose calls.
just goes to show you how much they've kind of plugged into this week in terms of games. The men obviously playing one more than the women, but within the stretch they've also played a lot of away games the previous week. So they've played a lot of games here in the last 2 weeks.
So if you're a fan of high school basketball, Munson Media tomorrow night will be over at Gardner High School. It's going to be a really good Class B East matchup as Winslow will bring their high scorer, great phenom Martin, into the house. Talking to some of my students today who are basketball players, they're really looking forward to this one. So that should be a great game. Going to roll out second camera for that one, and should be a good one to go with. Harrington, no, she's got a second chance. She got it home. Good job by Harrington.
Good job, Morgan,
the
there
freshman.
By not bringing the ball back down, keeping it above her head and shooting from there, preventing the block shot, making it a very difficult shot, too.
So that Gardner game, that's a 6:30 start. We'll be on about 6:20 with the pregame show. And then Saturday, we'll change to the indoor venue, put our long johns on as we go to Colisee. Actually, it's not very cold in the Colisee. It's a really nice place. One of the old venues in the state of Maine, but a beautiful place to do hockey. We'll be doing the Edward Little Lewiston rival matchup. Morgan again. 67-29. So busy week. And then Monday, we'll take Sunday off. Root for the Patriots, clinch the division. And then Monday, we're going over to Halldale High School, and they'll take on their rival, the Wolverines from Westcasset High School will be in. That's a men's game. Boys game.
Yeah, those two teams usually always get after it.
Yeah, they get after each other. Yeah, looking forward to seeing those two go after it. One of my former players, Dana Lawrence, is the coach at Westcasset. Down a little bit here, and Halldale has got a veteran team this year, and one of the key area teams to keep an eye on. We want to get them on our broadcast for the high school is Winthrop. So we're going to look into getting the Winthrop boys on. They have really got a great team out there this year. And back to a cut. That was pretty good feed. Monique went up. Looked like she got hit a little bit. That ball went off the side. So head of the pack.
Good pass there.
Nice pass. Second chance opportunity. They'll kick it back out. 3 for goals. Nice release. Beautiful, beautiful touch that time by Jordan Maxwell.
Yeah, she's got a natural flow with her shot.
Good track down. Kind of in trouble there was James. Lost it. Coral now. Coral tricky dribbles. Skips it off. St. Amand with an outsider and rims it. Moore brings it back out. Second chance opportunity. Reset the clock. So Jess will take it over and set it out high. She goes. Nobody stops her, so she says, I'll keep going. Served as a pass, counted for Morgan Card, and she'll go the free throw line. This is a young Eastern Maine Community College team. All freshmen, 2 sophomores, Nate. So, they're out of the gate at 6-5. So, and 4-2 in the league. So they've done pretty well in the league.
Yeah, which goes to show, if you project out how UMA has handled them tonight, what that means for UMA sitting in the conference. I think they're going to be, obviously they were a top team last year, having moved on throughout the Elite Eight. And I think this year they got a really good shot to be back and to put on kind of the same kind of stint as they move later on in the season. We saw them get so much better from the front half to the back half, and I think they're further ahead fundamentally, scoring wise. Their balance is so much better this year. They have got more scorers.
Yeah. Last
year it was kind of Ariante Lee and Plummer, and that was kind of it for them. And they had a couple other shooters that were really good, but.
So we'll get the timeout. We'll take the timeout, come back, finish this one up after this.
of people who go to UMA are people like myself who are going back to school later in life. We have jobs, kids, mortgages, bills. UMA provides an environment for people like me to thrive. I was able to apply what I learned at UMA immediately. My boss took notice of what I was doing at UMA and gave me more opportunities. You start achieving, and it feels good. The staff at UMA, their involvement with you doesn't stop when they hand you a diploma. They're still there providing guidance and mentorship, and that's really, really special.
I was stagnating in my job. I wanted to study computer science. I looked at other programs both online and in the state. UMA was very affordable, fit my budget, fit my schedule. It's really geared towards a working person. The support was just amazing. I once emailed a professor on a Saturday night and she called me back on a Sunday morning. That's UMA. I found what I really wanted for a career. I never would have done it without UMA. I am a very happy geek.
Welcome back to Guest Civic Center, Munzing Media's production of Moose Basketball, brought to you by the fine people at UMA, all the support staff, and everybody that works with us here. Fine Athletic Director Warren Newton, Renee Grant, the administrative assistant that we work with here very closely, and we couldn't do it without their support. We were talking about NHTI, and they're hosting the tournament this year. So that's over in Concord, New Hampshire. You mentioned the Elite Eight tournament. So that's where that's going to be, over in New Hampshire. That's comes up in the middle of February. So we've been in some preliminary discussions about potentially streaming that. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that. We get any news on that, we'll let you know. Jamie pops outside. We'd like to do it. It works out well for us. We'll be involved with the high school basketball quarterfinals, as we have been the last couple of years. We'll be doing that for the NFHS network, as we did last year. They hold the rights to that. But then that frees us up after that. We have no longer any other involvement with the tournament after the quarterfinals. So we'll see. We'll see what works out. But that'd be a fun one to do. Jamie kicks it over to Harrington. She's got, I think, about 6. Shot clock violation. And we're going to get a foul outside.
Foul on Common Bragg. Their first, team 6. On the line for 2, Jordan Maxwell.
Michael's chimed in online. He says he can get that set up for us in HTI. Michael Martineau, one of our great guys that watches all the time and keeps me straight up here, which is great. That's a real preliminary, Michael. So don't. It was just mentioned to us by Warren the other night that, hey, would you guys be interested in talk about that? And sure, we would. Don't know if it can work out or not, but
kick save right there.
Yeah, kick save and a beauty.
Fouls on Common Bragg for second, team 7. On the line, 1-1.
You know, we like to think our streaming setup is, second to nobody's. I mean, we really, added replay this year and the things that we can do. It's and the technology, the way it's come about in the last 5 to 8 years is fantastic. To think that we can do this in HD and folks can sit at home and hook their computers up to their big screen TVs and watch it in HD. It's really fantastic. So we like to think we're right on the cutting edge of what we're doing, and we do it all, as you found out, when we go down, because we got to scramble to get it back up. Harrington, with a lot of minutes tonight, has done a nice job. Rings out, tipped away. Little give and go, that was pretty. Now it's kicked outside. This will be a 3 if it does go. No, it irons up. The Golden Eagles had a decent start to this, but they got run down by the Moose's great shooting percentage in the first half.
Yeah, and UMA did a really good job in that front half, or the first half, excuse me. of pushing the ball and creating transitional points too.
While we live Chambers, she hit one from downtown. Michael's got a halftime report. Southern Maine up on, I'm going to guess it says Southern Maine up on Southern Maine. I'm going to guess it's Southern Maine up on Central Maine, 29-26. In a key matchup there. Jamie went skittering. So stay with us. We'll probably have an early start. Well, it'll be pretty close. It's 6:53, so they'll come out. They'll have, a 20-minute warm-up, Nate. So we'll come on probably just about at introductions here for the second game. 67-45. It's been a good game for the Mooses. Their starters did great. They were able to get those kids out, get some quality minutes for some other kids. Really worked out well, get the whole bench in. And Kemp lost it. So it's going to be final possession here with 11.9 seconds left. The Golden Eagles. Three if it goes. At the buzzer it does. So nice execution on the buzzer. Maxwell hit one at the buzzer to make it 48. Three-pointer, but the too much Moose today as the UMaine Moose will win this one going away 67-48. So we thank you for joining us. Let you know that we'll be back on the air in about 20 minutes for the men's game. Look for us right here on Munzing Media.